All right, Dr. Watson, I don't have an audience today. My friends are busy and I keep a real small circle, so I am. So, I'm sure yourself, you know, you're like me and yet everybody else in the world. You've had those rough days, those rough weeks, rough months, rough years, where you feel bummed out, you feel depressed, you feel sad, you don't enjoy things, or you haven't. That's great, you know. And when that happens, you want to feel better, right? You want to be yourself again, they say. I would say, too. You want to enjoy the things you enjoy and not enjoy the things you don't enjoy. So I want to talk about antidepressants versus alternative medications such as psychedelics predominantly. And so antidepressants and other narcotics are prescribed for anxiety, depression, sleeping. They give you sleeping meds, whatever it may be, Zoloft for your anxiety, depression. And on the contrary to that, psychedelics and alternative medicine have made great strides, and I think are a safer option, less addictive, that's the main thing, less abusive. And so let's talk about some of the side effects of antidepressants. Some of the side effects of antidepressants are the things they're supposed to treat. They're supposed to treat anxiety and depression. Some of the side effects of antidepressants is depression. That's crazy. Why would you take something that, causes the thing it's supposed to treat? That's ridiculous. These medications are known as selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs. And Mr. Bjorn Dotrier said that a lot of the anxiety meds, they're for common anxiety, small, mild, common anxiety. And what happens is it raises people's anxiety. It's ridiculous. I don't get it. Also, you may know someone that's taking these medications and they may seem fine. And that's it. They are just fine. A lot of these medications cause people to go into what I call zombie mode. They don't feel anything. They don't enjoy this color. They don't disenjoy this color. They just, blah, whatever. They're just going through life, not enjoying things, not enjoying things, not having their own opinions, whatever it may be. And another side effect of these is you can have too much serotonin. Too much serotonin has side effects of itself, such as fatigue, confusion, agitation, twitching, sweating, shivering, diarrhea. It's ridiculous. Dr. Schimel-Pfennig talked about that in his research. Another side effects of these drugs, like I said, fatigue and insomnia. So you're tired, you want to go to sleep, but then you're up all night because you have insomnia. That's ridiculous. Absurd. I don't get it. I tell you, I never have smoked some pot and been like, oh, I can't go to sleep, and then I'm up all night. I go to sleep. Anyway. And another major side effect, especially in males, if you're in a relationship, is erectile dysfunction. Because this can cause relationship issues, which can lead to depression, anxiety. You're not feeling comfortable in the relationship, so that's another negative. And that's not a good thing. They're supposed to help you, and that's not helping you whatsoever. So now that we know about some of the side effects, just some, not all, let's talk about Big Pharma. Let's talk about these companies that provide these drugs to these patients, and they think they're helping people, and I don't think they are. I think they're doing the opposite in most cases. So I'm sure, like myself and everybody else, you use the Pfizer product. Chapstick? Yeah. They make chapstick. They also make a lot of these anxiety medications. They make these antidepressant medications. Compton talked about this a lot in his article about the Pfizer, what Pfizer does, what Pfizer has done, etc. And we know that in 2009, Pfizer and one of its sub-companies, they made a $2.3 billion settlement for fraudulent advertising of medications. That's absurd. They're saying it does X and it did Y, and they knew it. They knew it. They criminally knew that it did the wrong thing, and they still gave it to people. That's ridiculous. How are they still in business? I'm going to tell you why. They're in business because they will give money to politicians. And you know who regulates these drugs? Politicians. Trickle down. They get all this money for their campaign, whatever it may be. Hey, we won't regulate that. Don't worry about it. Anyway, and in 2013, 20 of the most most powerful Fortune 500 companies were pharmacy related. Whether it's Pfizer, pharmaceutical, drug companies, and CVS, Walgreens, or local pharmacies. I'm not saying they're getting kickbacks, but doctors have been known to do it where they receive kickbacks for prescribing medications. Why would CVS and Walgreens not do the same thing? They make money off of it too. You got to go. Your insurance has to pay. You got to swipe your card. It's ridiculous. It's all money's the motivator here, right? People just want more money. That's all they want. And if we think that these companies are not particularly taking these kickbacks, whatever it may be, I think we need to do some digging, they would say. And then companies like Pfizer, they make these antidepressants that you get addicted to and you abuse, especially those sleeping meds. And then, you know what they do? They make the drug and the medication that gets you off their drug. So they get you hooked, they get all your money from that. A lot of times they cause financial problems, like going bankrupt, being homeless. You want to get your fix, People go and get their fix, and then they put you on another drug that they're making to get more money. So you see, it's just a big circle of money. It's quite ridiculous, in my opinion. So now that we know that the side effects aren't particularly positive in most cases unless monitored, and that Big Pharma wants one thing and one thing only, and that is money. That's right, money. Yeah, it's absurd. So, a few of the drugs that are alternative, we'll talk about psilocybin, ketamine, and cannabis. As far as psilocybin goes, Johns Hopkins University ran a test with 24 people where they were given doses of psilocybin and monitored through a therapy session. And Rowland and Griffiths talk about this a lot, and they did the whole report on this experiment. And one of the things they concluded was that after using the Grid-Hamilton Depression Scale, which measures people's depression off the basis of simple questions, that the average points went down 15 points lower. People were feeling 15 points better. That's good. That's way good, right? That's a win. Ketamine has also been used in similar situations where, people will get a dose of ketamine and then they do the therapy session. They talk freely. It's all been recorded. There's videos of this stuff. And the same thing. People are feeling better about themselves. Another study by Indian J Psychiatry concluded that ketamine therapy, it only took a couple weeks to get positive improvements from a ketamine treatment. So, and as far as cannabis goes, there's so much free information. Just research it. Make your own decisions if you want to do that type of thing. If anybody's into that, in my opinion, it's much better. I got my mom off of these medications when she was alive and got her onto THC and CBD products for her sleep, her anxiety. She was much, much better than what I had seen in the past. So, all I'm trying to say is I don't think antidepressants are the way to go. I know everybody wants to shove them down your throat. Take this, take that, take that. That's not the case. And I think we're headed in the right direction. Things are becoming more accepted, allowed to do more tests to get conclusions, etc. And so I just hope that after this, everybody can kind of think for themselves is what I'm saying. We've all been fed the same lies. I think we need to just look outside the box a little bit. Don't go extreme, right? Unless you're into that. Just take a gander out there in the outside world and see what you might be into. But I don't think it's antidepressants. I don't think they're the cure-all. I don't think these big companies are up to anything good. I think they just want that one thing, which is money. I don't believe that they care about helping their patients. And, if I could get some supporters, let's do it.